So next up, we're going to learn how to read tablature on bass. And when we're reading tablature, it's a bit like we're holding our bass upside down and looking at the fretboard. So your lines of your tablature represent the guitar string lines. So the bottom line is your thickest string, the E string. The next line is your slightly thinner string, your A string. Then you've got the D string, and then you've got the G. So if there's a 0 on your guitar tablature, on your bass tablature, then that means that you need to play whichever string the 0 is on without any fingers on it at all. So that would be like this, if it was on the E, if it was on the A, if it was on the D, if it was on the G. But if there was a number on the tablature, for example, if there was a 3 on the E string, then you would take your finger and you would place it on the 3rd fret. Now the frets are these little metal lines along the fretboard. So you actually put your finger in between the frets, but as close to the metal as you can. So if it said the 3rd fret, we would look at 1, 2, 3, and then we would play just that one string. And that would actually give us a G. If it said the 2nd fret of the A string, then we would be looking on the tablature for a number 2 here, and then we would play the A string. So reading tablature is just a case of figuring out which note is on which string and placing your finger in the appropriate fret. So now that we can read tablature, we're going to use tablature to learn how to play a riff. And that riff is called Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. So the tablature to that is on the right of this video, and we start with our first finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and we play that, just that one note, and we get an E. Then we have a G, which is an open G, and then we have an A, so we put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G. So altogether so far that's... And the next part of the riff sounds like this, which is simply adding one note before the A, and it's a B flat, which is putting your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the G. So that sounds like this. So we've still got the same pattern until the A when we put a B flat there beforehand. And then the next part of the riff sounds like this. So we've got the same pattern again, E, G, A, which is first finger on 2nd fret of the D, then open G, then first finger on 2nd fret of the A, and then we just fall back down to G, and then E. So the whole pattern should sound like this. Now I'm going to show you the right hand so you can see what my right hand fingers are doing in terms of picking. So why don't you try recording yourself playing that riff, or if you know someone that's playing the guitar in Band Academy, they've learned how to play this riff as well, so why not try playing it together and upload that to NewMu?